Good evening, welcome to Season AY on YouTube and on Facebook. Good evening to you all. I've got a broadcast that I wanted to bring to you. It may lead to other broadcasts later on, but I wanted to just show you this. Good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening to you all. This is very, very important. It's going to be again in English. I may put some Yoruba in it, but this is about the arrest. You know, there was a primate that was abducted. Primate Uche, prelate, the Methodist prelate Uche. He was abducted. So he said his words are the Fulani kidnappers plan to use the ransom money to buy weapons to attack Igbo land. Prelate Uche. That's what he said. Now, I want to just make sure we understand that, and it's very, very important that we understand that. Now, let's go and look at the video, then we can discuss it a little bit more. These are all indications for all of us for us in the Middle Belt, in the Southwest, Southeast. This is indications of a plan. And also, if you were watching yesterday, Omobala, no, she spoke a lot at length about what is going on right now. So, sorry, let me just check this. Sorry about that. I need to make sure, because I just got carried away. I want to make sure that you are also seeing what I'm saying here. So let's go here. So we're going to do it all again. You'll see it come out live in a minute. So good evening and welcome on board. If you're watching us on Facebook, good evening to you all. Welcome on board again. I know we've been busy. It's been a very busy one today. There's a lot going on, but we're trying to give you as much information as we can. Because what is really important is for us to be aware that there are things that are happening. We can take action to change things. We can take positive action to change things. And we're bringing this information to you as we're getting it. This was the Methodist prelate Uche that was abducted. You know, they paid they had to pay 100 million naira for his life. And when they released him, they told him that they were getting money. They were going to use the money to buy weapons, and they will go for attack Igbo land. That's what they said, and you will hear it shortly. But I want us to be very, very aware of what is going on and why we must really ensure that our people are aware of this nonsense that's happening. We really must make sure that we are at alert as Middle Beltans, as Igbos, and as Yorubas. Also, like I said, about earlier on, yesterday evening, she put out a broadcast about the large gathering of Fulanis that were saying Nigeria and everything else in Lagos, right there in Lagos. And then there was talked about that length. And at one point in the broadcast, she mentioned that each of the men were given 50,000 bullets. Yes, you can go and watch it. Yes, you heard me right. 50,000 bullets. So if we're all joking and we think this is not real, or we're playing around and we think, oh, by the way, if you have not shared this, please share it. The more you share it, the more Facebook can recommend to everybody. Hi, good evening. The more Facebook and the more YouTube will recommend the broadcast to people. So please, we would like you to share the broadcast. Here's what you need to do for those of you on Citizen AY. We'd like you to really go ahead and share the broadcast. So we want you to urge people, to subscribe to us. Go ahead. Here's what you need to do. So subscribe to Citizen AY. Hit the subscription button. Hit notification button, give us a thumbs up. It's really, really important. We're trying to get you as much information. Subscribe to Citizen AY. That's the best way you can help us get this information far and wide. And the more you hit the thumbs up, the more it will spread to more people. Because that way, YouTube would recommend it to more and more people. We want this information to reach more people, because what we're trying to do in everything, all of our broadcasts, is to ensure that we provide vital information. Hi, Vivian Tiger. Good evening to see you, my sister there. How are you doing? Udwatide, good evening to you also. So please, if you're watching on all of our platforms, Citizen AY, please subscribe. If you're on the Udwatide Radio, subscribe as well. Also, take a minute, go and subscribe to Citizen AY on YouTube. It's really important. We're trying to bring a lot of information. This afternoon, we had the discussion that was based around the Citizen AY Constitutional Awareness Action Group. That was to debunk the fraud that is called the Nigerian Constitution. We all know that it's a fraud, and we are breaking it down. I've got some more exposes that will be done in our language, in Yoruba language, to make sure people understand how bad this Constitution is and how it is directly impacting their lives. I showed that this afternoon. The 68 exclusive items had an impact on the Amoji Nike area in Enugu State, where they've got gas in the soil. But because of the 68 exclusive items, the people of that people of Amojinike, they will not benefit from that resources. And that is the direct result of the fraudulent 1999 constitution, just as an example. But we will carry on with what we're saying. Now, quickly, what you see behind me is June 12th. June 12th is what we're talking about in terms of making sure that we Yorubas and even Biafrans come out in London, Trafalgar Square. Join us in this broadcast. Join us and go for self-determination as people collectively. We're not waiting for anybody to give us that, but we are going to provide the conditions in which it will become impossible for anybody to tell us that, we cannot have a referendum. No. Already in the Nigeria, in Yoruba land, 5.1 million people signed the petition. That is fantastic. That's a right step in the right direction. But nonetheless, if the opportunity comes up for us to be able to state the case for referendum, we must go for it. We need to look at all opportunities. Nothing is closed off in my view. We need to make sure that all of us as Biafrans, as Middle Belt, as Igbos, as Yorubas, and we stand together and clamor, go for this self-determination. If it means that the referendum will be organized by an international body, we cannot trust the federal government of Nigeria to organize anything because they are the problem. The fraud that they imposed on us has told us. INEC is a fraud. As I speak to you now, those elections that's going to take place in that contraption is going to be a fraud because INEC, the basis of the INEC is the fraudulent 1999 constitution. So you can't trust it. You cannot trust it. So we need to go for Yoruba Nation, Biafra Nation, Middle Belt. We need to go. I'm sorry, this is how we need to really be going for this. I will shortly be playing the video, but I want you to really have on your mind and understand that we are being encircled by this bunch of crooks. We are being encircled, and it is up to you and me to awaken our people in our land, in the villages, in the towns, in the small communities, in the states, all over, to wake them up. This afternoon, as I was talking to you, I can't show you the video. A Fulani truck in Ifo hit a man and killed him. The driver tried to run away, and the people took action themselves. That's what happened in Ifo today, and that was covered by Olayomi Koiki Media. Koiki Media, and so kudos to them. They brought that to our attention. I cannot show the video because if I do, I've got the guy is lying on the floor, and I can't. Until I alter the video, I cannot show it. But I have it, and that's what I mean. And that's a Dangote truck. This was driven by a Dangote truck. Yes. Nigeria government, like it or not, Yoruba Nation is here. Exactly. We are going, and no going back. Yes, no going back. We're not going back. So please, these messages and the times are, the more we come out like this, and myself, Omoba, Lady B, Yomi Koiki, many others, the more we are coming out, we are bringing you key information. And particularly what we will be doing, hopefully we are trying to make sure that we will bring to you the Citizen Network Constitutional Awareness Action Group. In there, we are going to be talking about solely how to ensure that we raise the level of awareness in our communities, in the Middle Belt, in Yoruba land, in Biafra land, to make sure the people in the community know that constitution, that what they call a constitution, is actually a promulgation decree. And what they hold in their hands that they call the constitution is a schedule to the promulgation decree. The promulgation decree is what is being used to rule all of us till date. So these are the kind of things we want to talk about. Let me give you an example quickly. I know I'm speaking very fast, but I'm passionate about this, and we need to really do something. We cannot stay behind. We need to take steps, and I'm urging you all, we need to take steps to make sure that our people are aware. It is down to you and me, and we must take that responsibility on, full on, square on. No running, no shirking. We're not shirking or running from this. We need to confront the fraud. So now let me show you quickly what you see there. Just a brief recap. It's a deliberate action. The pictures that you see behind, the pictures that are there, is Abacha, Buhari, Babangida, Abdusalam. All the four had major hands in writing that constitution. And every time there is not one word, there is not one mention of the word referendum in that constitution. Not one word. And that is why I'm making sure when you see this is a promulgation decree. A promulgation decree is written by only military, nobody else. The military do this promulgation decree. They put it, impose it on us, and we need to reject it collectively. Raising the level of awareness. The best way to reject it is to not vote in the 2022 elections. We must not vote in it. We need to clamor for that we are going for self-determination. If that means that we are going to get an international body to organize for us a referendum, so be it. But it is very important that we make our people aware that the current, what they call a constitution, is not a constitution but a fraud. It is a promulgation decree number 24 of 1999. As you can see on this document here, I'll make it slightly smaller because I'm really keen for people to understand the trickery that's been done to done against us by this fraudulent governance, and we should not accept it. I'm trying to see if I can blow that up a little bit. You will see it here anyway. So there you go. So I'm trying to show you, hope you can see, promulgation decree number 24 of 1999. So that's what every community, and I mean literally every community in the Middle Belt and the South must know this. They need to, that's the only way to wake people up. We need to wake our people up. The time is short. These guys are amassing weapons. They are amassing people. They are ready to do something by August. I'll be doing another broadcast to break this down a lot more. And there are steps that we can take ourselves. But before we do that, let's talk about this. Now, so enough of that for now. Now let's go and look at what the primate said in the broadcast. Let's watch it. Here we go.
I told them, all of you are younger than my own daughter and even my son. You are younger than them. I'm supposed to be your father. Say, we know. That's why we are not very harsh with you. Otherwise, Fulani, not even outside. So they now say, okay, Oga, let us tell you what we will do. By then, they have taken my Episcopal ring because it's gold plated. They're taking my wedding ring.
This thing?
They're taking this thing.
You see?
They said, and they took our ransacked our bag and took all the money. They said, okay, do you know what to do? Pay us 100 million. It's not negotiable. If you talk, we shoot you, kill you, and forget about the money and kidnap others. I said, okay, we will pay you 100 million. So they said, after some time, they said, where is the money? I said, this is Sunday night now. How can we get money this night? And you know that there's this seat at home in Igbo land. You can't afford the money now. Be patient till morning. We make contacts. Then we make contacts within and around Imo and Abia. Make contact from our HOC. My wife's line was not good, so I know she must have been very depressed.
That's his wife there. So 100 million naira in your one Nigeria.
I told her my life. Nothing has happened. I told my wife I'll be released, but it's a matter of time. And she told me she had already gathered the vote to pray. So they were praying. Now, at the time, they said, we are delaying them. My bishop of Owerri, they laid him on something, and somebody raised knife, that they are going to cut off the head. Now,
you see?
The blood will spill on
you see
me,
that?
and then I'll know they're serious. The other one pointed to me, I said, don't kill, is it money? We will raise the money for you. So, but the irony of it, what paid me most was where they were situated. The soldiers, all of Fulani.
Please look at the fear in the face of his wife. Just look at the fear in the face of his wife. That thankfully he survived this. Let's listen on.
Extraction. Nigerian soldiers, they were them at Lawmara Junction. And these boys were going behind them. Meanwhile, they kept their cows somewhere, numbering about 200, somewhere, down, with some people. And they're all together. People were taking care of the cows, but they were, parading us in the bush until finally they settled somewhere. They said, when are you bringing the money? I said, by 12 noon, I will call the people I contacted whether the money had been raised. And I called them. They are gathering the money, and they had it. They said I will use my phone to talk, but they can't use their phone. They don't want to be tracked. So if I use their phone, the security forces will track them down. Then I used my phone. I negotiated. I told my people, they say we are raising money. Somebody mentioned we have raised 30 million. I said, SOC, please, any money in the office. Life is more important than money. Transfer it to a certain account. Let's pay them that 100 million. And eventually, by 3 p.m., they say, call your people. picked the phone, said, we have raised 130 million. I said, please, give them 100 million. And the package, they said, their leader said, package the money. Their leader was born in Igbo land. So a boy from Sudan, but the parents had died. He was born in Igbo land. So he said he was born around Omai, Hamuzuku, where the father was a cow dealer, cow. So the boy understood Igbo. If you
Understood Igbo.
Or soldiers or DSS, we will kill you because our life will be at risk. We'll kill you first. He said, down there, once you did that, God, there are 7 decomposing bodies there. In fact, we cut off their head. They are there. So if you like, but we are perceiving the order of killing human beings. So they said, cooperate. So the man, the anchor man, I told him, what you may do, please talk to the man. The man said, go and buy 5 Ghana must go, big ones, put 20 million into 5. Bring it to somewhere, we'll come and take it. Then he said, that we should be here with 2. 2 of them, one was like this one. They pointed gun at us. They said, if the Oga said shoot, if we disappoint them, or if we account any bundle of the money and it's not up to 10 million, they will kill us. So they will count it 20 million into 5. And then they will tell them to release our phone. They say, Oga, where we don't want to release your phone is, when we don't want to hold your phone, they will use it to track us. So take your phone. Well, we were there. At the time, they said, around 5:30, the youngest boy, who I think is younger brother to their commander, said, Oga, congratulations, you are free. You can go now. We have got our money, you can go. Where we don't want to release your phone. They took us to old road where they wrote welcome to Imo and a goodbye from Abia. You know, we share boundary, old road to Isochi. Then they say, you know this road? I said, I don't know. I pretended because it's my village. Uche is my village. I said, I don't know the place. They say, follow this road. You get to somewhere. You will see people there. So I followed the road. We followed the road 3 of us until we saw people. But what pains me most is that these people told us that they are going to bring, after buying enough weapons, they bring all those that have been put in disarray, driven away from Zamfara, Katsina, Zambisa forest, that they are all coming to locate themselves in Igbo land, that there's no security in Igbo land. That they will come there and then they will deal with us. And that the young man was just flippant. Maybe he took something. He said, do you know Ibadan, Lagos Expressway? We are in all the bush there.
You see? Are you listening?
We're also in
They are in the bushes in Ibadan Expressway. So when we tell you that this is not a joke, you see, just listen on. I will play it again.
The south, and so we are waiting for the slightest signal. We will finish you people and take over this land.
You see?
So they claim that Nigeria belongs to Fulani.
You see?
They said that is why we are afraid of. You know, I've been talking about this.
See now, Nigeria belongs to Fulani. When we say it now, they say it's hate speech.
They have a plan.
You see?
They have a plan. And I accuse the soldiers who are non-Christians. Some of them are Fulani. They are part of it. Because they are shooting this man. You know, when our people wanted to comb the bush, the soldiers said, if you move a step, we'll finish you. Don't go there. So they know where the boys are. They know the location.
You see?
And what they do is in the daytime, they use their cow to confuse people. Then after some time, the cows will go to rest and they take their gun and do the operation of kidnapping.
You see?
Government should act decisively. they should act decisively. Otherwise, what is happening in the northern part of the country will be a child's play to what will happen here. So the government should sit up, because the primary purpose of government is to secure life and property. Any government that has failed in that has failed woefully. And Nigeria is on a reverse gear.
You see?
We are nosediving. We are nosediving. We don't have security. All the bush we went around, no soldier, no police, nothing. The people, were having a field day. And when they release those sports, if they kidnap people along the Isukwato, they will parade them round, and there, when they pay ransom, they are released from that particular spot. Those they arrest, they kidnap along the Elu Expressway, Law Quanta. They bring them, eventually they bring them there to collect ransom. Those they kidnap along anywhere in the south, around the southeast. So they know that.
Please, those of you watching this program, please don't just watch alone. I urge you all, please go ahead, subscribe to Citizen AY on YouTube. And if you want to become a member as well, you can also do that. The information that we're passing to you and trying to explain in minute detail is designed to ensure that we take proactive action to protect ourselves as via vigilante action, collective action together as Middle Belt and as South, because the war is upon us. Very much like late Mailafia Obadia said, by August. This is the ramping up of their plans. They are ramping up their plans. So please, do your bit in this. The least you can do for us is to subscribe to Citizen AY on YouTube, hit the notification button, give us a thumbs up. The thumbs up in the middle of is so important. Please do so. I urge you, go ahead. So here we go. So subscribe to Citizen AY, hit the notification button, and of course, give us a thumbs up. This will really help. The more you do that, the more we reach more people. This message will reach more people. It's really, really important. It is essential that this information reaches more people and we can take proactive action. And all of us, this impacts all of us, whether you are Middle Belt, whether you are Biafra, whether you are Yoruba. The Fulani will not care whether you are arguing, whether I'm for Igbo or I'm for Biafra. They will not care. As long as you're speaking the same language, whether it's Biafra or Igbo, they will take your life. They will not care if you're just saying you're just thief and you're not somebody else. As long as from the Middle Belt and you're speaking the same language, they will take your life. Same thing with Yorubas. If you're busy saying, oh, no, I'm Oduduwa, oh, I'm Yoruba, they will not care. These guys will take your life. So what I am saying here is that we know that we are Middle Belt and we are South. It is time we unite and we protect ourselves. Use all available means. The government will try and come up with devices. They've already taken away our guns. They've taken away our guns to defend ourselves, and they've given all of these Fulani terrorists that the government is funding. You heard him say it. Funding them with guns and to come and attack us in our land. They are in our bushes. You heard this man say it there. You heard the Methodist prelate say it. Methodist prelate Uche. We are gratefully survived. Please spread this message. Each and every one of us, we have a role to play in this. This is of the utmost urgency. Now let's listen on. So please, I'll wait for a few minutes. I want you all, whilst we're doing the talk, as I'm talking about this, please go ahead, subscribe to Citizen AY on YouTube. It's really, really important that your action in going to subscribe to Citizen AY on YouTube will help us reach more and more people. This will reach people to get this information and be able to pre-warn their people on ground. Middle Belt, Biafra and Oduduwa land, we are under serious, we're about to be facing a serious attack. So please. That is why the number of times we'll be coming out, we will come out middle of the night, middle of the day, at any time. We can come out on a broadcast. All of the broadcasters on Oduduwa TV Radio and everybody else on other platforms. At any point, we are coming out to give you very vital information that we don't want you to just keep yourself, but we want you to share it to reach more people, to raise the level of awareness in our community, because our community must protect themselves. In the end, we need to have a plan in place for each and every community to be self-contained, to protect themselves against this onslaught. Please subscribe to Citizen AY on YouTube. It really is important. You might be saving a life by what you're doing, by simply sharing this. People that might not be aware will suddenly be aware. And this is what the aim of our broadcast at every point is, to give you self-contained information that will make you understand that at every point, the Middle Belt and the South must protect, defend, to ensure that the coming generation survives this onslaught. We must, and we need to go for self-determination. So please, 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 I urge you, subscribe. Thank you very much. Subscribe to Citizen AY on YouTube. So
they are there. And I gave that. When I said to the organ, how do you collect this money? He said, don't worry. Once we are through with you, we will invite motorcyclists. They will come and there will be a truck. A truck will come to put the money in the truck. And that the people who paid them said that was exactly what happened. Immediately they came out from the bush. They told them they were monitoring whether there is police armed. They said, go up, 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 up. Okay, come back, come back, come back, come this way, come this way. And then eventually they stopped. A truck came without number. So the boys will carry one Ghana must go, put in the truck until they took the 100,000. After they have counted 100 million, they said, okay, you can go. So that's how we came back. So the people have been saying, even some people, I don't know what they wanted to achieve, that I said. When did they see me to say that it was IPOP that released me?
You see?
How did they see me? How did I see IPOP?
You see now?
So I don't.
You see, they're saying that IPOP. You see, they're trying to even. You see, people are even trying to use, ways to come. IPOP had nothing to do with this. Very, very important, and I'm glad that he clarified that IPOP had nothing to do with it. Whether or not you agree with IPOP on their moves, actions or not, they had nothing to do with this. So it's important to state that, and I'm glad that the prelate stated that. And we are in this struggle together. Like I said, the Fulani bandits and the terrorists, they will not care whether you are IPOP, whether you are Igbo, you're the Masob, or whatever you want to call yourself. The fact that you're speaking that language means that they will abduct you, they will kill you, whatever. So we need to work together rapidly in our communities. It is really important. I cannot overemphasize how important that step is for us. We haven't got time for discussions or waiting for somebody to say, oh, we're coming here, or we will wait for you to. We need to take the collective action. So please, 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 as you're watching this broadcast, make sure you're giving us thumbs up. Make sure that you're spreading the word about this. It's really, really important that you're spreading the word. Give us thumbs up as you're watching us on Citizen AY. Help us reach more and more people. It is really, really important. And of course, Oduduwa TV Radio, subscribe to us on Oduduwa TV Radio. And because in Oduduwa TV Radio, it's principally, we speak mostly in Yoruba language. Of course, we will speak English, such as we're doing now. When there's a general message that needs to reach a wider audience, I'm talking about Middle Belt and Yorubas and Igbos, the preferred language that we all understand is English, or maybe broken English. But I'm just trying to make sure that we understand that. So let us just make sure this is understood. So here we go. So
they were trying to bring in political and religious coloration. So what I know was that, in fact, when they were talking about kidnappers, I didn't know what it meant. For over 12, 13, 14, 15 hours, no food, nothing to drink, nothing to eat. And I was lying on the ground inside the bush.
Lying on the ground?
Along with other people. If you want to urinate, you raise your hand.
You see?
Sir, can I urinate? Okay, go there. Commandment. Go there. If you want to go to toilet, you raise your hand. Yes, okay, go there.
Please just look at...
Don't come here. Go there.
Just look at the face of his wife. Oh. Look at the panic, the terror in her face. That, my goodness, what have I just gone through? My husband came out alive. What have I just gone through? My husband came out alive from this. Can you see that? You see the hand on her face. She's hiding the terror, trying to hide the terror, but you can see it in her eyes. That's your one Nigeria. When we tell you one Nigeria is a fraud, we need to break off from contemporary Nigeria. This is what we need. Thankfully, one Nigeria did not happen to him any worse than it did. Thankfully, one Nigeria did not happen any worse to him than it did. Because we could have been telling a totally different story. And as we speak now, I told you in Ifo today, a Dangote trailer killed a Yoruba man. They chased him down and said why, and he was going to run away. They chased him down and he tried to attack them or something. So they dealt with him in Ifo. This is not a joke. When we're saying this is not a joke. We need to really wake up as Middle Belt and Igbos or Biafra or Yoruba or Dudu, whatever you want to call yourself. To say anything at all, you have to be alive. We need vigilante groups organized right now, like yesterday in our communities. Governor Autumn is on the right track. He's passed the laws to put in place rights to arm the vigilante groups. What are the state governors in the remaining South doing? And Middle Belt? What are they doing? We should take a lead from that. I've done a program about this. It's time we wake up. Now listen on.
To send you 2 people to guard you, you come back. So that's the Nigeria we are in. And it's unfortunate.
You see?
This is what exactly happened. And all the efforts that were made was by my church.
You see?
Do you understand? Yes. Every effort made was by Methodist.
The government did not have a hand in freeing of these men. The Fulani federal government simply do not care. Their objective is how to get our land from us, the indigenous people. This is not a joke. Please, as you're watching, I hope you're sharing this broadcast. Share it. If you shared it before, share it again. If you share it to some new friends, bring people to aware. Give us thumbs up. Please. I urge you, give us the thumbs up. That way it reaches more people and it becomes the one that will be recommended by YouTube. Please, yes, they've been framing IPOP. Uche Jenny. They've been framing IPOP. And this is what I'm saying. So, Vivian Tiger, I know. But this is why we need to be alert. We have to be alert in our communities. I once again urge you all. Every community from the Middle Belt to the South must understand that fraudulent constitution is a fraud. It is a promulgation decree number 24 of 1999. Now, let's carry on and watch this for a bit.
Church, Nigeria, not police, not army, not government. No. Because Methodist Church Nigeria can make all the contracts and all the efforts. And I want to use the opportunity to thank I didn't know that my members love me this way. The Methodist Church have so great love, tremendous love for their leader. And I knew that.
You see that now? So the government, Ida to Marana, good evening, my sister. Welcome on board. I thank you all. Ẹ ṣeun gan ni, ẹ ṣeun kalẹ̀. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́ ẹ bá máa pín ètò yìí. Mo ro ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ń gbọ́ Yorùbá náà. Ẹ bá máa pín ètò yìí. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́ ẹ bá sọ fáwọn èèyàn yín kó subscribe sórí Citizen Network lórí YouTube. Torí púpọ̀ náà àwọn ọ̀rọ̀ tá máa sọ lórí Citizen Network ó máa já sí èdè Gẹ̀ẹ́sì tí gbogbo á mọ̀. Ẹ ṣọ́rọ̀ mi yẹn yín. So I greet you all. Please continue to subscribe to Citizen Network on YouTube, the platform where we speak truth to power. We aim to ensure that we raise the level of awareness within all our communities from the Middle Belt to the South. Right now, time is short. We need to raise that level of awareness for the people to understand that they've been tricked, they've been defrauded, they've been lied to by the fraudulent promulgation decree number 24 of 1999, which is a military document. Listen on, please.
Prayers, were going on in various locations everywhere. And this morning, when I opened my phone, I was receiving calls.
Let me applaud them, the church for also. I joined in applauding the church also, and we should applaud the church for giving them, for raising the money to save his life. Because we could have been telling something different. For the money they raised, look at the ways. Just keep looking at the face of his wife, the fear, the terror. Can you imagine the terror she'd have gone through? Why should anybody in any nation be made to go through this terror because of the greed of those who want to take the land that belongs to our ancestors? Let me be very, very clear. The agenda here is to take the land of our ancestors as indigenous people from us. That's the plan of the Fulani terrorists who are aided by our government. That is what we face. The earlier we wake up and collectively work together in our communities as Middle Belt, as Yorubas, as Igbos, the better we can push back and send them back to where they came from. They came from Futajalon. Let me show you where they come from. Let me show you. I need you to understand this, and we need to take action. This is not a joke. That's where they come from. They come from Futajalon. I want you to look on that, home in on that. They come in from Futajalon. Very, very important. Please share this broadcast. Yeah. Well, yeah, exactly. So please, just keep looking at this. So somebody just said, just seen a post from channels that security operatives bust OIPOP ESN camp. They are busy looking for them. When these Fulani herdsmen are committing these crimes. Exactly. Double standards. It is double standards all over the place. The government, instead of facing the people who are, how many IPOB have collected, how many IPOB has collected ransom? How many IPOB have collected ransom? How many IPOB have collected ransom? This is just live news now. The primate, the Methodist primate, Methodist prelate Uche, the church had to gather around, provide 100 million naira. Tell me, how many IPOB have collected ransom? I want to know. How many? How many? Get us evidence. That is just all we have to ask. And the people supporting the terrorists are being protected by the government. Professor or whatever, Yusuf or whatever I call his name, and Gumi, they are busy blatantly supporting Fulani terrorists, and the government is not arresting them. And that is why we can no longer trust anything that's coming from the Fulani federal government. We need to dismantle contractor Nigeria. The best way is for us as Middle Belt and Yorubas and Igbos to stand together and go for self-determination, and that leads to referendum. That is what we must do to break away from contractor Nigeria, because it is a fraud. I'm telling you, look at that word. Look at where they come from. Futajalon. The parents of Utmadan Fodio came from Futajalon. That's where it came from. So I just put that just so we can remember. Now let's watch on what we're saying here.
Canada, from US, from UK, from Russia, from even Dubai, from Turkey, every part of the globe. And it was too much, so I had to switch off again. Because if I start answering those calls, I will be having headache. So that's what happened, really. I want the press to know what actually happened.
You see?
People will not come and tell you talk and no story.
You see?
For instance, a government said they secured my release. I never saw.
Did you hear that? They said the government said they secured his release. The government did not come anywhere near him. This was done by the church. But you see, the government is trying to claim that they provided the money. The government that is funding the terrorists. And you're telling me to believe in one Nigeria. How can you talk about any elections with daily kidnappings? That on the between Kaduna and Abuja, the road there is no-go area right now. There's a broadcast that I received earlier on, if I can read it to you. There's a broadcast that somebody sent to me. No-go area between Kaduna and Abuja. People have been abducted on the highways. People have been abducted. Every day, this is happening, and they're telling you to talk about 2023 elections. What kind of nonsense is this? And the southern so-called Efulefu leaders, the Ojelus, the bunch of corrupt crooks who are looking at money, are seeing the lives of their own indigenous people, the people of their own blood, their own people being wasted. And they're telling you to still vote in any elections. What nonsense is this? Now let's watch on.
The government said they secured my Yes, press. Do you want to know anything about Nigeria? Use this.
Okay, I'm going to switch my phone on. Somebody wants to call. If you want to call in between, but let me finish the video first, if I can.
Anybody from the press? Somebody is here. Mama,
Now let's hear from the wife. That's the wife going to speak now. Let's hear from her.
All we have to say, Baba, oh,
you see?
all we have to say, Baba, oh.
So she's thanking Lord.
We thank God for everything. It is only the living that we share His
to her testimony. That His Eminence Dr. Samuel Uche, Prelate Methodist Church, Nigeria, my dear husband,
You see?
father of my children, and the father of all good people who call Methodists in Nigeria and in diaspora, and by extension, every other person in Nigeria who is alive today is by the special grace of God. When the thing happened, the information got to us, it's a rude shock, because we did not dream about it. And it came to pass that it was reality, that he was captivated by the evil people in the land. We couldn't do much, only to run back to God. We came here right from the church to the chapel here, stood in the gap, all of us. Before you know it, that day, the prelate emeritus, the one that handed over to him, who is graciously here present with the wife, Mama Ezine Makinde, all the archbishops in Lagos and bishops in Lagos, SOC in particular, the able 2IC of His Eminence, and their wives, the ministers, the lay officers, everybody. The signal was so well connected. They came and we rallied around here, calling upon the God of Elijah, God of Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, God of Daniel, God of David, God of Joseph, and this same God didn't fail us. And we are here today celebrating life of His Eminence, Bishop of Owerri, and the chaplain. What can we give him to thank God for all what He has done?
You see?
It is only to say thank you, Father. And we want to beg Nigeria, our president, His Excellency.
Do we have a president?
General Muhammadu Buhari.
Do we have a president? I'm sorry to stop, her, I'm grateful that she's able to be next to her husband alive and well, and they have to pay the money. But the question is, do we have a president? Do we? So, yeah. if they will come back in shame. Uche, yes, he said, Uche, you're right. He said, may they come back in shame. Every single one that sold their people out, may they come back in shame. He said, Ashe. Yes, I said it. All of them. I said it. So, please, I'm urging you all, as you're watching this broadcast, please, you know what to do. Hit the notification button. Give us thumbs up. Subscribe to Citizen AY on YouTube. Just in case, if you're just joining us and you're not familiar with what to do, just to remind you, a gentle reminder, go ahead. Subscribe to Citizen AY. Hit the notification button. Give us a thumbs up. Really, really important. The information we're giving here is very important. It can save a life, and you can play your part. You can also have a program. You can also have a platform. All of us, be it in your local language. If now broken you won't speak, I beg me you speak up. If now English you won't speak, I beg make you begin. Oh yeah, if now your language, oh yeah, do am. Because waiting there for ground, so now serious danger. Now alarm bell, now serious alarm bell. When then they tell una say they don't enter all over. Kaduna Abuja road, you know fit enter them. These people, they don't block all the road. My people, may wake up. May wake up. Time on now, may wake up. I beg, may wake up. Oh yeah, let's continue.
Our president, we don't have two now. Only him we have. He should rise and say,
I'm sorry, we don't have a president. The mannequin, Abi. The mannequin, wait there for that place. We don't have a president. Don't you know the AGF and Gaba Shehu and all of those are the ones, and the short, whatever they call him, the one for Kaduna, that one. These are the ones in control. Did you not hear late Obadiah Malafia said the commander of Boko Haram is a governor in that contraption, Nigeria, a governor. And then you tell us we have a president. Please wake up. Let's listen on.
Save Nigeria's situation. People are being killed every day in the bush. And I know that why God allowed the same, though it is painful to us, it is a bullshit on the faces of Christians. And we have taken it with peace. But we are calling upon the God of Elisha, God of Elijah, God of Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, God of Daniel, God of Joseph, and God of every Christian to arise and stop this situation in Nigeria. All those people they are killing are human beings. You have heard the same evidence that about 7 people were dropped inside a ditch.
You see?
And they are sinking peacefully again, so that wherever we are, we shall stay.
7 people dropped in the ditch and they're stinking. That's your one Nigeria. And people, these politicians have the guts to tell us to come and vote in 2023 elections? I beg my people, may wake up. Time but knock. Bang, 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 bang. Oh yeah, I beg me una wake up. Bang, 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 bang. I beg me una wake up. Bang, 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 bang. My people, my middle belt people, my Biafra people, my Yoruba, bang, 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 bang. Oh yeah, G. May una wake up sharp, sharp, oh. Make una defend una life, oh. This government won't collect una land. Una hear them? This government, it won't connect una land by force. May una ready, may una prepare, say, nah, no, this na my ancestral land. You know they take one piece, 1 penny, one inch. We no agree. May we begin work together, beg. This one don't pass talk. Now action, we want to. May you carry on.
Safe. Thank you and God bless you.
I want Papa Martin to make a comment. Papa, if you locate to Papa, Papa, come and talk to Nation. Okay. Because you are an elder statesman. Come and talk to Nation. On this issue.
And that's his wife. We're thankful that his life was spared. But this is not how we should be living. We should be living in fear, you know, and they tell you to believe more Nigeria. Listen.
Thank God the Lord has answered our prayers. To me, it's nothing else but divine intervention. And I want to use this golden opportunity to thank the governor of Abia State for mobilizing security people.
Thank you, Director Scott. You're right, oh.
They brought them, but we didn't want them to come in. Because it would be brutal if they shot. They kept off. They were kept off. Don't mind.
But what I want to say is that it was God's intervention.
Okay.
This place where you are holding conference now is a holy place. We are holding prayers when the news came that they wanted to talk to us. To me, it was divine intervention. And as the First Lady of Methodist Church of Nigeria said, we want to use this opportunity to appeal to the government to do something. When you are in your home, you cannot close your eyes. When you are on the road, you cannot close your eyes.
You can't.
When you are in the plane, you cannot close your eyes. When you are in the train, you cannot close your eyes. When you are on water, no place is safe.
There you go.
Especially with this intervention of Fulani, Espen, and kidnappers. So, but we know, sing him and try God of Methodist. If your God is weak, come and try the God of Methodist. So, thank you very much. The pressmen, thank you. Please spread it aloud that what man cannot do, God has done it. And that's why so all those people who prayed for us have received several calls here and there. But I tell them, intensify your prayers. And what money cannot do, God has done it. So thank you very much and God bless you.
Yeah, somebody wants to come and ask. Come on.
So please, we will hear for a bit more. Let's see what happens. Let's just hear. I'm going to play that bit again, and this time I may go and speak a bit of Yoruba. I might go to Yoruba in a little bit, but I want to play it so for those who are watching again to have an opportunity. Then we then open the phone lines for people to call in. But it's serious.
And the church leaders be speaking as well. Do you think the church, with what even has happened, because this has not, I mean, how would you go and kidnap
what is happening with the appointments? Who are the security officers? Who are the people that are in immigration? Who are the people that are in customs? Who are the people? They are responsible for what is happening.
Thank you.
And they have an agenda
You
which
see?
we fail.
You see?
That agenda will never succeed.
All right, let me just ask one question.
So you guys heard now. Who are people in charge? Is the Fulanis. They have an agenda. I don't know. Those of you still talking about one Nigeria. Can you see that we are in war? This is an undeclared war. This is an undeclared war. You know, let's listen a bit more. Please wake up. Wake up, oh, this is not a joke.
In my church, 50-50 kobo times 2 million. You know what it means? Or 10, or even 100 naira times 2 million. So it's my members. The way we do things. That's how they raise the money. They don't have oil well. They don't have allocation. And the resource base of the church is mandate. So, but let me tell you, anybody who extracts money from God's institution, the church, is having a romance with death. Calamity.
Yes.
Yes. Because the people that give the money gave it under tears. So it will not augur well to whoever uses it. It's blood money.
I know you don't speak for CAN or the PFN, but as Christians, are you going to escalate this position to the point where CAN will make a statement
Let me tell you,
and have a
made a
position?
statement already. There was a release by CAN. And they said, I don't stand for whether you're a Christian or a Muslim or animist, be a leader. Be a leader like Nelson Mandela. A good leader. Because what has killed this country is tribalism, ethnicity, religious.
Yes, it's very serious. Abaton Paul.
Injustice.
Abaton Paul. So.
No matter your religion, be a leader that is fair to all. That's settles everything.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you very much.
So, let me see if there's any more discussion to be had. So they're gonna leave now, I think. So there you go. So look at the whole place now.
Thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah.
This is the Punch News.
So now that's Punch that carried it. But now let me go back to this point here. And what I want to do is I will then come back and talk about this in Yoruba. But I wanted you to
welcome.
Now let me just
This happened. And there has been a lot of issues that is being paraded on the social media and also in our various means of communication. This press conference is intended to put the issue and what the situation is all about. We as a church, we are very happy to present to you our father, who has been brought back safely through prayers and of course by the commitment of the Methodist people. Please make welcome His Eminence, Dr. Samuel Chukwuemeka Kanu Uche, Prelate Methodist Church.
What happened was that I went to Isuchi for the induction of the national officers of the Methodist Brigade. We arrived on Saturday, on Sunday, we the service. And in order to catch up with my flight, along with my chaplain, at 4:30, it took us like 2 to go to the airport. Oblivious of the fact that kidnappers were waiting on the road. And as we were descending to Leru is in Abia State, these people came out from the bush. They divided themselves into 3 places. Some people were at the back, some people were at the center. Those who shot, who fired at us. And there was another group in front. To make sure that we didn't run away, they fired shots and our vehicle. And eventually, they abducted us, 3 of us. The communication man of the church was able to escape. The driver was able to escape. They captured me, the Bishop of Owerri, and my chaplain took us into the bush and were torturing us. In fact, it was in the process of that torture that I hit my right eye on a tree. And even when blood was flowing and it was soaking my handkerchief, they didn't feel like anything happened. All they said that we should follow them, that they are not actually against Nigerian citizens, they are against the government. But the government is a bad government. They are Fulani boys. All the 8 are Fulani. They are Fulani boys, and that if any day they see the president, they will chew him. It's their brother that they have disappointed them and disappointed Nigerians. They will chew him raw. Or any of his representatives, they will chew him raw. But I said, well, even though I'm part of government, but I'm a church man. I'm a man, Christian. I'm not a government official. I said, okay. That is what has saved you. We would have killed you outrightly without asking for any ransom. But now that you're a church man, let's go. Let's go inside the bush. So we moved and moved and moved and trekked up to 15 kilometers. But I knew that it was from my area. I knew that we were rigmaroling and winding and winding and winding, going up, going down, going up. And eventually at 11 p.m., they said, okay, now we negotiate. Each of us will pay 50 million, and we're going to pay 150 million. I thought it was a joke. I said, we are going to pay 10 million. They said, what? What? Don't say that. They lifted up their knife to cut me. I said, please hold on. They said, we are not going to change though. They're going to pay us 150 million. Eventually, they said, okay, because you are a father. And these boys are between 18, the leader is about 35 years. I told them, all of you are younger than my own daughter and even my son. You are younger than them. I'm supposed to be your father. Say, we know. That's why we are not very harsh with you. Otherwise, not even outside. So they now say, okay, Oga, let us tell you what we will do. By then, they have taken my episcopal ring because it's gold plated. They've taken my wedding ring. They've taken this thing. They said, and they took all, ransacked our bag and took all the money. They said, okay, do you know what to do? Pay us 100 million. It's not negotiable. If you talk, we shoot you, kill you, and forget about the money and kidnap others. I said, okay, we will pay you 100 million. So they said, after some time, they said, where is the money? I said, this is Sunday night now. How can we get money this night? And you know that there's this seat at home in Igbo land. You can't afford the money now. Be patient till morning. We make contacts. Then we make contacts within and around Imo and Abia. Make contact from our HOC. My wife's line was not good, so I knew she must have been very depressed and confused. So eventually I was able to get her. I told her my life. Nothing had happened. I told my wife I'll be released, but it's a matter of time. And she told me she had already gathered people to pray. So they were praying. Now, at the time they said, we are delaying them. My bishop of Owerri, they laid him on something, and somebody raised knife, and they are going to cut off the head. Now the blood will spill on me, and then I'll know they're serious. The other one pointed to, I said, don't kill, you need money, we will raise the money for you. So, but the irony of it, what paid me most was where they were situated. The soldiers, all of Fulani extraction, Nigerian soldiers, they were them at Lomara Junction. And these boys were going behind them. Meanwhile, they kept their cows somewhere, numbering about 200, somewhere, down, with some people. And they're all
sorry.
People were...
ẹ má bínú mo sọ̀rọ̀ ẹ má bínú mo ṣe mistake ni gbà tí mo sọ̀rọ̀ lẹ́ẹ̀kan kan tí mo sọ ni pé obìnrin àwọn ìmàmá ìyàwó olórí ẹ̀sìn wọ́n sọ pé wọ́n nǹkan tó bà wọ́n lẹ́rù ńgbà tí owó èèyàn tètè jáde tán rí pé wọ́n rò pé bóyá wọn ò gbé ìgbésẹ̀ láti pèsè owó 100 million yẹn wọ́n bá gbé ìkan nínú àwọn olórí ẹ̀sìn wọ́n bá gbé sílẹ̀ wọ́n bá ní kó dùbúlẹ̀ so ńgbà tí wọ́n á dùbúlẹ̀ wọ́n á gbé àdá sókè báyìí pé wọ́n fẹ́ gé orí ẹ̀ òun ni ẹ ṣe ẹ wojú ìyàwó bó ṣe ó fẹ́ lè máa sunkún ẹ̀rù ń bà pé lẹ́yìn ìgbà tó ti bá ọkọ sọ̀rọ̀ nìyẹn ọ̀nà bá pé ó ti pẹ́ jù pé àwọn máa gé orí ẹ̀ ní olórí ẹ̀sìn tó ń pè ní Methodist church Methodist primate Methodist prelate Uche ni wọ́n bá ní ẹ má ṣe à ń pèsè owó yẹn à ń ṣètò owó ẹ ṣáà fún wa sùúrù òun ni wọ́n sọ ń bẹ̀rẹ̀ lẹ́ẹ̀kan ẹ jẹ́ ká máa tẹ̀síwájú ẹ ṣeun.
Taking care of the cows, but they were, parading us in the bush until finally they settled somewhere.
wọ́n ní pé wọ́n ń lo àwọn màálù ẹ̀yin máa gbọ́rọ̀ yìí o wọ́n ní pé wọ́n ń lo àwọn màálù fi tàn wọ́n á ní pé àwọn kan nú wọn wọ́n ń da màálù so wọ́n bá ń da màálù ní ẹni àdàbíbẹ̀ yẹn wọ́n wá ń gbé àwọn yípo títí wọ́n fi dé bí tán fẹ́ kán wà so wọ́n ń lo àwọn màálù yẹn fi tàn àwọn èèyàn pé kò sí nǹkan kan tó ṣẹlẹ̀ ara wọn ló ń da màálù o sọ̀rọ̀ mi yé yín ẹ wò ọmọ káàrọ̀ ojíire ẹ jẹ́ ká tají ẹ jẹ́ kí n gbọ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ ẹ jẹ́ kí n pílẹ̀ kẹgbọ́ lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí máa túmọ̀ ẹ̀ fún yín ẹ máa wòran.
Make contacts within and around.
ẹ jẹ́ bá máa pín ètò ìbára ṣe ń gbọ́ citizen àlọ́ kí lórí Odùduwà TV lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ báyìí ó jẹ́ pàjáwìrì ni mo kàn ní kí a ṣe lórí àwọn méjèèjì sẹ́rọ̀ mi yé yín ẹ ṣeun.
I'm confused. So eventually I was able to get her.
ọláwọn rí ìyàwó ń bá sọ̀rọ̀.
I told my wife I'll be released, but it's a matter of time.
wọ́n ní pé máa fà wọ́n lẹ̀ o àmọ́ ó máa kọ̀ ṣùgbọ́n fúngbà díẹ̀ kan ni.
Now at a time they said
ẹ máa gbọ́ o.
you are delaying them. My bishop of Owerri, they laid him on something and somebody raised knife that they are going to cut off the head. Now the blood will spill on me and then I'll know they are serious. The other one pointed to me and said, don't you need money? We will raise the money for you. So, but the irony of it, what paid me most was where they were situated. The soldiers, all of Fulani extraction, Nigerian soldiers, they were them.
wọ́n ní pé ibi tí wọ́n gbé àwọn lọ ọláwọn sójà wa wà ń bẹ̀ àwọn tó ń jẹ́ Fúlàní ṣe ń gbọ́ wọ́n níbi tó mú àwọn sí àwọn sójà wà ń bẹ̀ ẹ̀rẹ̀ ń pariwo wọ́n Nàìjíríà wọ́n níbi tó mú àwọn sí o wọ́n ní sójà wà ń bẹ̀ àwọn sójà tó ń wọ kákí wa ọmọ Nàìjíríà but àwọn ọmọ Fúlàní tó ń wọ kákí ara àwọn Boko Haram tí wọ́n ti pardon yẹn ló jẹ́ ló ajẹ́ yẹn o tọ́rọ̀ mi yé yín ẹ jẹ́ máa gbọ́ lọ.
Lomara Junction. And these boys were going behind them. Meanwhile, they kept their cows somewhere, numbering about 200, somewhere.
wọ́n ní pé wọ́n gbé màálù wọ́n tó igba ọgọ́rùn-ún 2 igba tọ́rọ̀ mi yé yín wọ́n ní pé wọ́n ń da àwọn màálù yẹn káàkiri.
Down with some people, and they're all together.
wọ́n ní gbogbo wọn papọ̀ àtàwọn tó ń da màálù àtàwọn tó ń dáná wọ́n wà papọ̀.
Parading us in the bush.
wọ́n ní pé wọ́n ń gbé àwọn yípo nínú gbogbo nígbó.
They said, when are you bringing the money? I said, by 12 noon.
wọ́n nígbà wo làwọn máa gbé owó yẹn kalẹ̀ wọ́n bá ní aago 12 ọ̀sán.
All the people I contacted, whether the money had been raised. And I called them.
wọ́n ní àwọn pé àwọn tán àwọn bá sọ̀rọ̀ pé kán tètè pèsè owó yẹn pọ́n ní wọ́n bá pè wọ́n pé àwọn ti owó yẹn ó ti pé àwọn ti ṣetán láti gbé lẹ̀ o wọ́n bá sọ fún wọn.
They are gathering the money and they had it. They said I will use my phone to talk.
wọ́n ní pé kán lo fóònù tiwọn kí àwọn tó mú àwọn tó dáná náà kan gbé kán lo fóònù tiwọn pé wọ́n mọ̀ pé táwọn bá lo fóònù tí àwọn onídáhùn dára bá lo fóònù tàwọn pé àwọn àmì ẹ̀gbọ́n wọ́n máa mọ bí táwọn wà wọ́n máa lé àwọn wọ́n máa tẹ̀lé àwọn.
That they can't use their phone. They don't want to be tracked.
ṣé ń gbọ́ wọn láwọn ò fẹ́ kán mú wọn.
They use their phone. The security forces will track them down.
ẹ jẹ́ bá a máa pé ètò ìbẹ́ ṣe ń wo ẹṣin òun ó ṣe pàtàkì ẹ jọ̀ọ́ ẹ ká fi jú àwọn ọmọ èèyàn wa ogun ti wọ̀lú báyìí.
Somebody mentioned we have raised 30 million. I said, SOC, please, any money in the office. Life is more important.
wọ́n ní pé àwọn kan sọ pé ńgbà yẹn bá ṣe gbà tó ń sọ̀rọ̀ ń pé 30 million ni wọ́n ní pé àwọn bá sọ pé owó kówó tó wà nínú ibi ilé ní ọ́fíìsì wọn o pé kán gbówó yẹn wá o orúkọ bẹ́ẹ̀ pé ẹ̀mí ṣe pàtàkì ju owó lọ ṣọ́ọ̀ mi yé yín ẹ máa gbọ́ o.
Transfer it to a certain account. Let's pay them that 100 million.
ẹ jọ̀ọ́ bá a máa pé ètò ìbí bá ṣe ń wò ẹ ṣeun ó ṣe pàtàkì.
By 3 p.m. they say, call your people. Pick the phone, said, we have raised 130 million. I said, please, give them 100 million.
wọ́n ní pé àwọn tí wọ́n ṣàṣàyẹ kiri wọ́n ní àwọn tí raise 130 million wọ́n ní ẹ̀kọ́ ẹjọ́ ẹ fún wọn ní 100 million tó ń béèrè fún.
And the package, they said, their leader said, package the money. Their leader was born in Igbo land.
wọ́n ní ara àwọn tí wọ́n dáná yìí o ó jẹ́ ọmọ Haúsá o àmọ́ ilẹ̀ Igbo náà ti gbé bí. ṣé ń gbọ́ o. ẹ máa wòran.
From Sudan, but the parents had died. He was born in Igbo land. She said he was.
ẹ jẹ́ kí n wo náà o.
He said, we have raised 130 million. I said,
mo
please.
fẹ́ kí n gbọ́ bíbá yìí o.
Give them 100 million. And the package, they said, their leader said, package the money. Their leader was born in Igbo land. So a boy from Sudan.
wọ́n ní pé ọmọ tó wá láti Sudan ni àmọ́ wọ́n bí sílẹ̀ Igbo ṣé ń gbọ́ o ara àwọn tí wọ́n tán ní kọ́kọ́ wọlé nìyẹn o. wọ́n ti ń ṣe kiri tipẹ́tipẹ́.
He was born in Igbo land.
Hey.
He said he was born around Omai, Amuzu, where the father was a cow dealer. Cow.
wọ́n ní bàbá òun dáná òun ló ń ṣiṣẹ́ iṣẹ́ dáadáa ló fi ń ṣòwò.
The boy understood the
wọ́n ní ọmọ yẹn mọ ó gbọ́ Igbo dáadáa.
If you involve police or soldiers or DSS, he will kill you because
ó ní tán bá pe ọlọ́pàá àbí police àbí DSS pé wọ́n máa pa wọ́n síbẹ̀ yẹn.
our life will be at risk. We kill you first.
wọ́n ní pé àwọn mọ̀ pé àwọn máa wà nínú ewu àmọ́ àwọn máa kọ́kọ́ pa àwọn náà tọ́nà mi yé yín. ẹ jọ sáà mo wà lórí live broadcast báyìí iṣẹ́ ń gbọ́ mi hold on 1 second o. ẹ lọ sáà ẹ jọ sáà ẹ má bínú mo wà lórí live broadcast báyìí lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ báyìí ṣé mo lè ok màá pè é padà ẹ ṣeun ọ̀dà báyìí. So now.
Said down there, once you did that, God, there are 7 decomposing bodies there.
wọ́n ní pé ibi tí wọ́n náà máa pa wọ́n wọ́n ní ibi tí wọ́n ti gbé sọ́pọ̀ àwọn máa pa wọ́n sí yẹn àwọn òkú 7 ti wà nù kòtò tán gbẹ́ tí wọ́n pa òkú 7 wọ́n ti wà nù kòtò tán gbẹ́ sọ̀rọ̀ mi yẹn yín òkú 7 kẹ́ máa wo ibi tí ẹ wo ogun ti wọ̀lú à ń tanra wa ní kíta máa ń sọ pé ẹ̀ńtẹ́ bá nígbàgbọ́ ní wọ́n Nàìjíríà ẹ̀ ń tanra yín ni o ẹ yà sọ jí báyìí ká tètè yà ṣe ìdáàbòbò ká pèsè ìdáàbòbò ká sọ wọ́pọ̀ ẹ máa wọ̀ràn o.
In fact, we cut off their head. They are there. So if you like.
wọ́n ní pé àwọn táwọn apààyàn pé àwọn gé orí wọn wọ́n ní àwọn gé orí wọn ṣé ń gbọ́ wọ́n ní àwọn gé orí àwọn èèyàn 7 ẹ̀ẹ́dẹ̀ fẹ́ ká wà nù wọ́n Nàìjíríà àwọn ọ̀jẹ̀lú àwọn jẹgúdújẹrá àwọn àríyànjú màdàrú tó ń pèrè àwọn lórí wa ibi tó ń dẹ̀ fẹ́ ká wà pẹ̀lú àwọn arábìnrin tó ń gé orí àwọn èèyàn tó ń ẹ wò ẹ jẹ́ ká máa.
But we are perceiving the order of killing the human beings.
wọ́n ní àwọn ń gbóòórùn òkú èèyàn.
So they said, cooperate.
wọ́n ní ẹ̀yà ṣe ń ta sọ fún yín o ẹ má bá wa dìyàn ẹ̀yà ṣe ń ta sọ fún yín o.
So the anchor man, I told him.
olórí àwọn dáhùn yẹn.
What you may do, please talk to the man. The man said, go and buy 5 Ghana must go.
wọ́n ní kán lọ ra báàgì ọ̀nà kán lọ ra Ghana must go bag àwọn báàgì Ghana kán lọ ra 5.
One, put 20 million into.
kán wá kó 20 million sínú kọ̀ọ̀kan wọn á wá pé 100 million naira ọgọ́rùn-ún mílíọ̀nù naira wọ́n ní kó kó sí ogún million ọ̀nà márùn-ún ṣọ́nà mi yé yín.
Bring it to somewhere, we'll come and take it.
ẹ má bínú wọn tí.
Then he said that we should be here with two of them. One was like this one. They pointed gun at us. They said if the Oga said shoot, if we disappoint them, or if we account any bundle of the money and it's not up to.
wọ́n ní tó wòyàn bá pé wọ́n máa pa wọ́n bẹ̀yẹn lẹ́sẹ̀kẹsẹ̀.
So they will count it 20 million into 5. And then they will tell them to release our phone. They say, Oga, where we don't want to release your phone is when we don't want to hold your phone, they will use it to track us. So take your phone. Well, we were there. At the time, they said around 5:30, the youngest boy, who I think is younger brother to their commander, said, Oga.
wọ́n ní kan nínú àwọn ọmọ yẹn gbọ́dọ̀ aago 5 àbọ̀ pé ó jẹ́ àbúrò sí kan tó jẹ́ olórí àwọn dáhùndáná yẹn ló bá sọ pé.
Congratulations, you are free.
wọ́n ní pé ẹ kú oríire o ẹ ti bọ́ nínú ilé yìí náà sọ ẹ kú oríire o.
You can go now.
wọ́n ní ẹ lè máa lọ sìn.
You have got our money.
wọ́n ní àti gbowó wa.
Let me show you the road.
wọ́n ní jẹ́ ká àwọn máa fọ̀nà hàn wọ́n.
They took us to old road.
wọ́n lọ mú wọn lọ sí títì ayé àtijọ́ tó ń lọ sí Igbo láti tó ń bọ̀ láti ẹ̀rọ rágbọ̀. wọ́n dárúkọ old road to Iso. wọ́n ní tí wọ́n mọ̀nà yẹn wọ́n láwọn dọ́gbọ́n pé àwọn ṣígbẹ̀ táwọn mọ̀nà yẹn. wọ́n láwọn mọ̀ wọ́n ní pé ọ̀nà yẹn pé ọ̀nà àdúgbò abúlé àwọn ni ọ̀nà yẹn sọ̀rọ̀ mi yẹ yín àmọ́ wọn fẹ́ sọ fún wọn kán máa lọ tún lọ ṣe ìjàmbá oríṣiríṣi lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí. wọ́n bá sọ fún wọn pé kán máa rìn lórí títì pé wọ́n á débi kan. wọ́n ní ẹ̀rí àwọn èèyàn bẹ̀. wọ́n láwọn bá tẹ̀lé títì yẹn. wọ́n láwọn tẹ̀lé títí àwọn fi rí àwọn èèyàn. wọ́n ní tó dá àwọn jù.
These people told us that they are going to bring, after buying enough weapons, they bring all those that have been put in disarray, driven away from Zamfara, Katsina, Zambisa forest, that they are all coming to locate themselves in Igbo land.
ṣé ń gbọ́ ọ̀rọ̀ yìí ṣe pàtàkì o wọ́n ní nǹkan tó du àwọn jù táwọn gbọ́ ni pé àwọn tó dá wọn lọ́nà sọ fún wọn pé owó táwọn ti tùjọ́ ń sìn lórí ọ̀rọ̀ dánadáná yìí àwọn máa fi wá rọra àwọn nǹkan ọjà láti fi gbógun ti àwọn ará Ìgbò àmọ́ tó tún wá burú jù tó ń sọ sí wọ́n ní gbogbo àwọn tí wọ́n lé kúrò ní Zamfara tó ń lé kúrò gbogbo àwọn ìlú bẹ́yẹn pé gbogbo wọn máa wá kó jọ wọ́n wá péjọ wọ́n wá lọ sórí ilẹ̀ àwọn Ìgbò wọ́n ṣe kò tí ì pé ọjọ́ kò tí ì tó wákàtí ìṣẹ́jú mọ́kànlá kò tí ì tó ìṣẹ́jú wákàtí 12 o ọ̀rọ̀ tá à ń sọ yìí o ẹ jẹ́ kí ó yé wa o tó má dẹ̀ ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ sáwọn kéèrè kan máa ṣe sáwa ọmọ káàrọ̀ jèrè ẹ jẹ́ aṣojú o ẹ jẹ́ kí n máa play bẹ́ẹ̀ fún yín lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí kẹgbọ́ wọ́n sọ ọ́ léèbò máa túmọ̀ ẹ̀ fún yín.
Put in disarray, driven away from
Zamfara, Katsina, Zambisa forest.
That they are all coming to locate themselves in Igbo land.
wọ́n ní gbogbo àwọn tí wọ́n lé kúrò ní Zamfara, Katsina, Zambisa forest pé owó tí wọ́n tójú yẹn wọ́n máa fi kó wọ́n á fi ra nǹkan ọjà wọ́n wá gbógun ti àwọn Ìgbò gbogbo àwọn ibi tó ń sọ yẹn Katsina, Zamfara àti Zambisa forest wọ́n wá jókòó wọ́n wá gbógun ti àwọn èèyàn tó wà nílẹ̀ Ìgbò so torí náà ẹ wò ó kìdẹ̀ ń ṣẹlẹ̀ Ìgbò nìkan wọ́n máa tún sọ nǹkan kan fún ìtẹ́ máa gbọ́ ẹ máa wòran.
Security in Igbo land that they will come there and then they will deal with us.
wọ́n ní pé àwọn máa gbọ́ wá sílẹ̀ Ìgbò àwọn wá ṣe wá bí ọṣẹ ṣoṣojú sọ́ọ̀mù yẹ yín ẹ jẹ́ ká máa gbọ́ o. ẹ jẹ́ wá máa pé ètò yìí o ẹ bá máa pé ètò yìí please share this broadcast very very important. wọ́n ní ẹ máa gbọ́ ilé yìí mo fẹ́ kẹ́ gbọ́ ilé yìí o ìdí tí mo ṣe mọ̀ sọ kí ni Yorùbá mo fẹ́ kẹ́ gbọ́ wọ́n ní tí wọ́n mọ Ìbàdàn torí eléyìí ẹ fi tó gbogbo ọmọ káàrọ̀ oòjíire létí o ẹ jọ o.
Ìbàdàn Lagos expressway.
wọ́n ní Ìbàdàn Lagos expressway wọ́n ní sọ́mọ́.
In all the bush there.
wọ́n ní àwọn wà nù gbó ní Lagos Ìbàdàn expressway ṣé ẹ̀ ń gbọ́ báyìí o èèyàn ọmọ káàrọ̀ oòjíire wọ́n ní àwọn wà nínú igbó Lagos Ìbàdàn expressway kì í ṣe pé wọ́n sọ fún bàbá wọ́n sọ fún arákùnrin kó sọ fún wa pé àwọn wà nínú igbó Lagos Ìbàdàn expressway ṣé ń gbọ́.
We're everywhere there.
wọ́n ní àwọn wà ní gbogbo yẹn kò síbi táwọn ò sí ní gbogbo Lagos Ìbàdàn expressway.
Also in the south.
wọ́n láwọn náà wà ní south.
So we are waiting for the slightest signal. We will finish.
wọ́n ní àwọn ń dúró de àmì láti ọwọ́ gbogbo àwọn tó wà lókè àwọn Boko Haram olórí Boko Haram kan nínú gómìnà pé tó bá ti fún wọn lámì pé àwọn apárí gbogbo wa. tá a bá ń sọ ọ̀rọ̀ ìṣẹ́tìrí sí pé ọ̀rọ̀ yìí ò kan ọ̀rọ̀ ìdìbò ẹ gbàgbé 2023 ẹ jẹ́ ká pèsè ìdáàbòbò oníkálukú láti máa lọ ń lọ ẹ̀ ẹ jọba máa pé ètò bá wa ṣe ń gbọ́ ó ṣe pàtàkì gan-an ni o ẹ bá máa pé ètò yìí o kì í ṣe ṣeré-ṣeré o eléyìí kì í ṣe ṣeré-ṣeré o. wọ́n ní pé àwọn máa pa gbogbo àwọn táwọn bá rí àwọn àgbàlẹ̀ wa mọ́ wa lọ́wọ́.
Claim that Nigeria belongs to Fulani.
wọ́n ní pé ìlú Nàìjíríà ogún àwọn Fúlàní ni. tẹ́ ń gbọ́ wọ́n ní ìlú tó ń pè ní Nàìjíríà ogún àwọn Fúlàní gẹ́gẹ́ bí wọ́n ṣe máa ń purọ́ fúnra wọn pé Madam Fojo ti filẹ̀ fáwọn. tẹ́lọ̀ mi yé yín ẹ máa gbọ́ o.
They said that is why we are afraid of. I've been talking about this open grazing and this.
torí àti ń bẹ̀rù pé kọ́ máa darán kọ́ máa fún wọn ní ọ̀nà pé kọ́ máa darán ládùúgbò torí ìyẹn náà fi ń ṣe bójúbójú fi wọlé sí wa láàrin.
They have a plan.
wọ́n ní pé wọ́n ní ọgbọ́n wọ́n ní àrékérekè ọgbọ́n látàn fẹ́ ṣe.
I accuse the soldiers who are not non-Christians. Some of them are Fulani. They are part of it. But they are shooting this man.
wọ́n ní pé àwọn sójà àwọn kódà àwọn àmì wa wọ́n ń gbé àwọn arábì lẹ́yìn. wọ́n ní wọ́n ń gbé àwọn Fúlàní àwọn bòròrò wọ́n ń gbé wọn lẹ́yìn. kẹ́rí pé inú ewu gidi gan-an la wà báyìí tá a bá ń sọ àwọn kan máa ní pé bóyá a kàn ń sọ̀rọ̀ lásán ni a kàn ń sọ ọmọ bá wà lánàá ó sọ̀rọ̀ èmi náà jáde lẹ́nìí mo tún sọ gbogbo wa a ti ń tẹnumọ́ kínní ńgbà wo la máa jí gangan ẹjọ́ mo kàn fẹ́ béèrè ni ńgbà wo la máa jí gangan ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í sọ̀rọ̀ ṣeréṣeré mọ́ ẹjọ́ o ẹ bá máa pín ètò ìbẹ́ bá ṣe ń rí kó lọ kárí torí àwọn ọ̀rọ̀ tó ń sọ ń sìn àwọn ewu ńlá wà fún wa ewu ń bẹ lóko lóńgẹ́ gan fúnra ẹ̀ ewu ni tó bí ewu wọ́n jẹ́ èèyàn gbà ẹjọ́ kíní yìí ó ṣe pàtàkì o bẹ́ bá ṣe ń gbọ́ ẹ bá máa pín ó kàn dùn mí pé kò sí àsìkò lọ títí ní ìbá ní pé ká tún jókòó ká tún palẹ̀ dáadáa àmọ́ mo ṣe máa gbìyànjú àti ṣàlàyé.
People wanted to comb the bush. The soldier said if you move a step we finish you don't go there.
wọ́n ní pé àwọn èèyàn tí wọ́n fẹ́ lọ sínú igbó láti lọ fi chase àwọn Fúlàní kán fi lé àwọn Fúlàní kúrò àwọn àmì àwọn oníkákí sọ fún wọn pé tẹ́ bá wọnú igbó báyìí pé àwọn apárí yín síbẹ̀ kẹ́ bá mọ̀ pé àwọn oníkákí wọ́n fi ṣépà láwọn bòròró yìí.
So they know where the boys are.
wọ́n ní pé wọ́n mọ ibi tí àwọn Fúlàní wọ́n wà ní wọ́n dín gbogbo wọn mọ̀ àmọ́ àwọn ọgọ́rùn ló ń fún wọn ní dáàbòbò kán fún máa pa wá kiri.
They know the location.
ọmọ bí tó wà.
What they do is in the daytime they use their cow to confuse people.
wọ́n ní ọ̀sán láàárọ̀ lọ́sàn-án wọ́n máa darán ẹ̀rù kí bóyá wọ́n ṣe nǹkan kan àmọ́ ìrọ̀lọ́ ń ta àwọn gọ́gọ́ àwọn tó ń darán yẹn wọ́n wà nínú gbó àwọn lọ́mọ aláwọ̀ lórí nínú gbó tó ń pa wá kiri ẹ jọ̀ọ́ ẹ fi tó gbogbo ọmọ káàrọ̀ oòjíire létí o eléyìí kì í ṣeré o ó ti kọjá ṣeré báyìí o ẹ jẹ́ ká múra lẹ̀ ni o ṣe gbọ́ àìtètè mólè olè tètè ọlọ́màjẹ́ kó lè tẹ̀ mólókó wa o ẹ jọ̀ọ́ o ẹ tó bẹ́ẹ̀ wọ́n wájú ẹ̀yàn àgbà ẹ jọ̀ọ́ ẹ bá máa fi ètò tó àwọn èèyàn létí ó ṣe pàtàkì ọ̀rọ̀ pàtàkì gan lẹ́ ń gbọ́ yìí o ẹ ṣeun.
Then after some time the cows will go to rest and they take their gun.
wọ́n ní pé tí wọ́n bá ti dáná yẹn tí wọ́n bá ti dá díẹ̀ wọ́n á wá gbé sẹ́gbẹ̀ wọ́n á kọ́ àwọn ẹlẹ́sẹ̀gbẹ̀ wọ́n á wá gbébọn wọ́n á máa lọ ṣe dáná.
And do the operation of kidnapping.
wọ́n náà fi ṣe dáná.
Government should act decisively.
wọ́n ní pé wọ́n á rọ ìjọba kan gbé gbèsè ẹ jẹ́ ká gbàgbọ́ ọ̀rọ̀ ìjọba ló ń fún àwọn aráàbí ń bọ̀ tó ń lò fún wa ẹ jẹ́ ká bára wa sọ òótọ́ ọ̀rọ̀ ìjọba Fúlàní wọ́n fẹ́ gba ilẹ̀ yìí mọ́ wa lọ́wọ́ mi ò rò pé máa túbọ̀ ara nǹkan bá gbọ́n tó máa sọ díẹ̀ sí bóyá àmọ́ mo kàn fẹ́ kó yé wa ni.
They should act decisively otherwise.
ẹ jọba máa pé ètò yìí ẹ bá surprise oṣù tí ń wà lórí YouTube ṣe gbọ́.
What is happening in the northern part of the country will be a child's play. So what will happen here? So the government should sit up.
bẹ́ẹ̀ ni o báyà gbogbo wọn á jí o tọ́ ni
primary
o
purpose of
alàgbà shakabulastic baltics bẹ́ẹ̀ ni o ngb bóyá tán bá gbọ́ gboà bóyá gbogbo wọn á jí bẹ́ẹ̀ ni o bá wọn á jí bẹ́ẹ̀ ni o ẹ jẹ́ ká máa gbọ́ lọ ẹ ṣeun.
government is to secure life and property.
iṣẹ́ ìjọba ni pé kán dáàbò bo ìlú àti àwọn nǹkan ìlú àmọ́ ìjọba yìí wọn ìyẹn kọ́ lọ́ní lọ́kàn wọ́n fẹ́ gbalẹ̀ mọ́ wa lọ́wọ́ ni o gbogbo ọmọ káàròjìrì àsìkò tó kẹjì ẹ má dúró dà àwọn ọ̀dẹ̀lú o àwọn ọ̀dẹ̀lú wà lára àwọn tí wọ́n ń bá àwọn aráàbí ṣe láti pa àwọn ìrandíran tí wọ́n mọ̀ wọ́n mọ̀ pé tí wọ́n bá ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ kínní yìí àwọn gangan náà máa kọ́kọ́ bẹ̀rẹ̀ lórí ẹ̀ àwọn gangan náà máa kọ́kọ́ bẹ̀rẹ̀ lórí ẹ̀ àwọn ọ̀dẹ̀lú yẹn náà máa kọ́kọ́ bẹ̀rẹ̀ lórí ẹ̀ wọ́n súnmọ́ wọn tẹ́bá ṣàkíyèsí àwọn náà máa pèsè àwọn tó máa bá wọn wọ́n máa dáàbò bò wọ́n àwọn ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀yin ẹ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ jẹ́ kí n sọ fún yín ṣe fẹ́ gbọ́ ṣe rí ẹ̀yin ọ̀jẹ̀lú tẹ́ bá rò pé bóyá ẹ ti ní ìdáàbòbò tó lè dá àwọn Fúlàní ló ń dáàbòbò yín ẹ wò ẹnì ṣó tó bá ti gbọ́ àmì yẹn báyìí ẹ̀yin náà máa kọ́kọ́ bẹ̀rẹ̀ lórí ẹ̀ orí yín náà máa ti gbé bẹ̀rẹ̀ kì í ṣe pé ó ẹ̀yin máa wò ó kì í ṣe pé ṣẹ́rí wọ́n ti lẹ̀ pamọ́ yín báyìí torí ṣẹ́rí gbogbo yín wọ́n ti kó àwọn èèyàn tó súnmọ́ yín dáadáa wọ́n ti lẹ̀ pamọ́ yín báyìí ẹ ti sun asutẹ́rẹ́ báyìí wọ́n á wá wọlé sí yín lára àti tẹnumọ́ fún yín pé kẹ́ jí pé kẹ́ tètè ya padà wálé kẹ́ tètè ya rántí ilé ẹ ti gbàgbé ilé torí ìjẹkújẹ yín òun náà ló máa gbé yín débi tó yẹ kẹ́ dé àmọ́ wọ́n ní ó débi ojú ọlọ́mọ òtó ó ti débẹ̀ báyìí ó débi ojú ọlọ́mọ òtó ẹ̀yin gan ọ̀dẹ̀ lẹ súnra yín débẹ̀ yẹn àwa kò sọ àlọ́wọ́ ń bẹ̀ o ẹ̀yin lẹ kóra yín sínú ẹ̀ nítorí náà bó ṣe wá wà ń sìn ọrùn yín ló wà bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe máa yọra yín wàhálà tí yín nìyẹn àwa ń dè tó bá ṣe máa gba ilẹ̀ wa lọ́wọ́ àwọn ará bíi padà torí ẹ̀yin lẹ kó wa sínú inú ìbànújẹ́ báyìí ẹ̀yin lẹ kó wa sí ẹ̀yin ọ̀jẹ̀lú dédé ẹ̀yin àríjẹ nínú màdàrú.
Government that has failed in that has failed woefully. And Nigeria is on a reverse gear. We are nosediving. We are nosediving.
So wọ́n ní pé Nàìjíríà pé wọ́n àpadà sẹ́yìn ọlọ́màjẹ́ kárí àpadà sẹ́yìn torí ẹ̀ la ṣe fẹ́ kúrò nínú ilẹ̀ amúnisìn tó ń pè ní Nàìjíríà káwa ọmọ káàròjèrè ká dá dúró àwọn Ìgbò náà fẹ́ dá dúró àwọn middle belt ẹ jẹ́ ká sowọ́pọ̀ ká dá dúró wa ká máa lọ́nà wa ká dẹ̀ lé àwọn arábì padà ẹ má gbàgbé mo ti sọ lẹ́ẹ̀kan màá tún fi hàn wá ibi tó ti gbé wá rèé o Futajalon ti gbé wá mo fẹ́ kí gbogbo ọmọ káàròjèrè ká mọ̀ pé Futajalon làwọn arábì ti gbé dẹ́ ká lè dá wọn padà sí ibi tán wá ká dá wọn padà sí ibi tán ti gbé wá pẹ̀lú gbogbo tá a bá ní gbogbo ẹni tẹ́ bá ń lo tẹmọ tìbílẹ̀ ẹ lò bójá dúró àti àwọn Islami mùsùlùmí ni ẹ lò bójá ti kìrìsìtẹ́nì ẹ lò àsìkò tó báyìí o gbogbo tá a bá ní ẹja ká sowọ́pọ̀ ká gba òmìnira wa o tọrọ mi yé yín.
We don't have security. All the bush we went around, no soldier, no police, nothing. The people were having a field day. And when they released those spots, if they kidnap people along the Shukwata, they will parade them round. And when they pay ransom, they are released from that particular spot. Those they arrest, they kidnap along the expressway, Law Panther. They bring them. Eventually, they bring them there to collect.
Only because tomati mú lórí ọdún iṣẹ́ dáná wọn only because nígbà tí wọ́n fi wọ́n tán fi àwọn èèyàn sí.
They know that they are there.
ọmọ pọ̀ wọ́n à ń bẹ̀.
I gave that when I said to the Oga, how do you collect this money? He said, don't worry.
wọ́n ní ẹ má wọlé báwo ni ṣe ń gbowó yìí.
We will invite motorcyclists. They will come and there will be a truck. A truck will come.
wọ́n ní pé wọ́n ń gbé mọ́tò owó tán kó yẹn kó sórí ọkọ̀.
The people who paid them said that was exactly what happened. Immediately they came out from the bush.
Wọ́n ní bó ṣe jáde nínú gbó báyìí.
They told them they were monitoring whether there is police.
Wọ́n ṣọ́ ọ̀nà bóyá àwọn ọlọ́pàá wà ń bẹ̀. ìgbà tí ọlọ́pàá ò sí. wọ́n wá fi ọ̀nà hàn àwọn tí wọ́n fẹ́ wá gbé owó yẹn. wọ́n wá tọ́ wọn sọ́nà tí wọ́n fi débi tó wà. wọ́n wá gbé owó yẹn sínú ọkọ̀ yẹn tó wà.
The boys will carry one Ghana must go put in the truck.
Wọ́n ní pé wọ́n wá gbé àwọn Ghana must go márùn yẹn wọ́n máa kó sínú ọkọ̀ yẹn tó fi lọ 100 million. wọ́n ní pé máa lọ́ngbà yẹn.
came back.
Two.
The people have been saying, even some people, I don't know what they wanted to achieve, that I said. When did they see me to say that it was IPOB that released me?
àwọn sọ sí wọn ní pé IPOB ló sọ pé IPOB ló release wọn ní kì í ṣe IPOB làwọn sọ nǹkan tó sọ nìyẹn but nǹkan tèmi fẹ́ sọ ni pé tẹ̀lé ọ̀rọ̀ IPOB ní kọ̀ọ̀kan ṣe inú kínní gbogbo yẹn wọ́n tún fẹ́ wá bọ́n ṣe fẹ́ ṣe wọ́n tún fẹ́ kó IPOB sí rìn nìyẹn wọ́n sọ pé IPOB ní kọ̀ọ̀kan ṣe sí o àwọn dáhùn lọ ṣe gbogbo kínní ìjọba wa dẹ̀ mọ́ pa ẹ̀ wọ́n fẹ́ wá nǹkan tó máa tún fi wé mọ́ àwọn IPOB lẹ́sẹ̀ sọ̀rọ̀ mi yé yín wọn ò lè ṣe nǹkan kan wọn ò lọ́wọ́ sí IPOB has nothing to do with this.
Did I say IPOB? I didn't say the IPOB. So I don't know, they were trying to bring in political and religious coloration. So what I know was that, in fact, when they were talking about kidnappers, I didn't know what it meant. For over 12, 13, 14, 15 hours, no food, nothing to drink, nothing to eat.
wọ́n ní pé fún mọ́kànlá márùndínlógún wákàtí àwọn ò rí nǹkan kan jẹ àbí mu nígbà tí àwọn ọ̀daràn rẹ̀ tán kó wọn tọ́rọ̀ mi yé yín.
And I was lying on the ground.
wọ́n láwọn dùbúlẹ̀ sórí ilẹ̀ láì kò sí ẹni kò sí ẹ wo bí ìyàwó ṣe ń mérí ọ bí ìyàwó wọn ṣe ń mérí ṣé ń rí wọ́n ní tẹ́ bá fẹ́ tọ̀ ẹ máa láti nawọ́ ni tẹ́ bá fẹ́ tọ̀ ẹ máa nawọ́ pé ẹjọ́ ṣé mo lè tọ̀ wọ́n ní yẹ́yẹ́ dọ̀tọ̀ lọ́bẹ̀ dọ̀tọ̀
If you want to go to toilet,
tẹ́ bá fẹ́ lọ tọ̀ ẹ máa tẹ́ bá fẹ́ lọ ìgbọ̀nsẹ̀ ẹ láti nawọ́.
Don't come near. Go there. They will send you to.
wọ́n máa rán yín lọ síbi
you
ẹ̀kẹ́
come back. So
Ẹ
that's
tún máa
the
padà.
Nigeria we are in.
wọ́n ní ìlú tá a wà nìyẹn o ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ń pariwo wọ́n Nàìjíríà ibi tá a wà nìyẹn o.
All the efforts that were made was by my church.
wọ́n ní àwọn ilé ẹ̀sìn àwọn ló sanwó ìjọba ò lọ́wọ́ sí o wọ́n ní ìjọba ò lọ́wọ́ sí ìjọba fẹ́ máa polówó pé àwọn sanwó wọ́n ní ẹ̀sìn àwọn ẹlẹ́sìn àwọn Methodist ló sanwó o.
I didn't know that my members love me this way.
wọ́n láwọn mọ̀ pé àwọn èèyàn wọn fẹ́ràn àwọn ará church wọn fẹ́ràn báyìí wọ́n láwọn dúpẹ́ gan
Great love.
wọ́n ní pé inú àwọn ọdún bọ́ ṣe fi ìfẹ́ hàn àwọn tán sanwó yìí tán dáwò yìí
And I knew that
tí wọ́n ló ṣe pàtẹ́wọ́ fún wọn sìn wọ́n pàtẹ́ fún àwọn ará church wọn pé wọ́n dúpẹ́.
we're going on in various locations everywhere. And this morning, when I opened my phone, I was receiving.
wọ́n ní àwọn tí ń gba gbọ́ aago láìmọye ní gbogbo àgbáyé wọ́n pè wọ́n láti kí wọn pé wọ́n bá wọn yọ̀ pé wọ́n bọ́ nù ọ̀rọ̀ ti dáná yìí tọ́rọ̀ mi yé yín. So, ibi tọ́rọ̀ wà nìyẹn. Those of you on the Citizen AY, I do apologies. We're just playing this over again for those who are on the Duwati Radio and translating as much as we can in Yoruba language. So, thank you very much for watching and hope you're following us as well. Please continue to subscribe to Citizen AY on YouTube, the platform where we speak truth to power. Thank you. Wọ́n sọ pé ìjọba sọ pé àwọn làwọn ṣe kó ṣe kí wọ́n lè fi wọ́n lẹ̀. Wọ́n ní pé rọ́ ni o ẹ máa gbọ́. Wọ́n ní pé àwọn ò rí ìjọba rárá ń bẹ̀ o pé church àwọn ló gbówó yẹn lẹ̀ o ìjọba ò lọ́wọ́ sí rárá o. Ṣé mi yé yín? So torí àsìkò ẹ má bínú torí àsìkò because of time pressure I will need to wrap up here. I just needed to come to state this and I wanted people to be able to follow what was being said. So I will have to wrap up here. I wanted to just say to you, please ensure that you continue to subscribe to Citizen AY on YouTube, the platform where we speak truth to power. Of course, also subscribe to Oduduwa TV Radio, Lady Bears, Omobalano, all of the other platforms. But we will be back later on. But I wanted to make you understand that as well as Igbo's been under attack, the Fulanis are in the Lagos-Ibadan Expressway forest. This was confirmed by the Methodist prelate Uche. He said that the terrorists said them that they are in the Lagos-Ibadan Expressway. They're in the forest all over there. So all Yorubas, every Middle Beltan, all Igbos, all Yorubas, be aware. These guys are in the Lagos-Ibadan Expressway. This is something that we need to be very, very aware. Please share this message. You need to share this message so that people understand that our lives, our collective lives are in danger. So please, let's continue to spread that message. Go ahead, subscribe to Citizen AY on YouTube. Here's how you go about doing that. Let me just remind you, gentle reminder, of course. Here we go. So what I'd like you to do is go ahead, subscribe to Citizen AY on YouTube. Here we go. Hit the subscription button. hit notification button, and of course, give us a thumbs up. The more you give us a thumbs up, the more this message resonates and reaches more people. The message is very important. As we speak, the Fulanis are planning to go launch an onslaught. People that were chased away from Zamfara, Katsina, and Sambisa Forest, all of the Fulanis there, they are going to come en masse to Igbo land. Not only that, the Fulanis told us that they are in Lagos, in the forest along the Lagos-Ibadan Expressway. Everywhere they're there. So this is a message to all Igbos, Middle Belters, and Yorubas. Be at alert. Be very careful if you're going to go on those roads. Lagos-Ibadan Expressway is now the den of the Fulani terrorists who are hijacking and abducting people for money. So please share this message. Very, very important. Only for time purposes, I have to rush off now and go and do something else because I've been very busy throughout the day today. I've had to really do several broadcasts and restream certain things to bring the information forward. So please, I urge you all, as you're watching this, don't watch it alone. Please ensure you share it. The information contained within this can save a life, literally. It can save a life. Somebody may be about to leave and go onto Lagos-Ibadan Expressway. Show them this video so that they know that this is not a joke. Because you heard from the primate, the Methodist prelate, Uche, telling us that the Lagos-Ibadan Expressway is full of Fulani terrorists in the forest there. And we need to be very, very proactive among ourselves to raise the level of awareness. We can save a life by doing so. So I want to thank you all for watching. Please subscribe to Citizen AY on YouTube. Hit the notification button. Give us a thumbs up. It's really, really important. Only for time purposes. If it wasn't for time, I would have loved to have been here for more time. But I need to get a few things done, and I've got to really go and sort that out. And I'll probably be back later on, maybe tomorrow morning. But next week I should be able to give a bit more focus on this. We need to all work on this together. This is about saving the lives of the Middle Beltans and Igbos and Yorubas in our land. We are under constant onslaught. You've had it now. They are planning to come en masse. The people chased away from Zamfara, Katsina, and Sambisa Forest, they're going to come en masse and attack Igbo land with guns. And with the people, we need to be aware. And that doesn't. And same thing to the south, and of course, those of us by telling us that they are not Lagos-Ibadan Expressway in the forest there, that means that they're ready for an attack. They're waiting for the signal. So all of us now, collectively, we are under collective attack, and we need to work together to free ourselves. Nothing else will suffice than for us to work in unity, coordinate our activities, and thwart the efforts of the Fulanis to take over our land. Their object, their focus is our land. They want to take it, and we must reject it. So, ladies and gentlemen, please, when you get this podcast, share it. Share, and share. I thank you so much for watching, and I think we are grateful that the primate has survived. We could listen to the other bit. His wife also thanked the people, and also she was grateful, and she sang and everything in there. But please, the message is this: we are all collectively under attack by the Fulani terrorists who are foreigners in our land. They come from the Jalon. Please share this broadcast. I'm afraid I will have to wrap it up from here. I thank you for watching. You're watching Citizen AY, the platform where we speak truth to power. Before I go, please go ahead, subscribe to Citizen AY on YouTube. Hit the subscription button, hit the notification button, give us a thumbs up. And also, if you'd like to join Citizen AY as a member, go ahead and do so. There's a lot of work that we need to do collectively, and we need some ideas and suggestions as to how we can actually make sure we secure ourselves. Our first priority is how to make sure that the lives of our people are protected. The federal government is failing in its primary responsibility of protecting the lives of the citizens, particularly indigenous people. They are protecting the lives of the Fulanis who are killing indigenous people. Our job is to protect the lives of our indigenous people so that we can have a future generation in our own land. Nothing more, nothing less. Please, I urge you all, please share this broadcast. Make it your business to share this broadcast. It has to reach as many people as possible. Samson Adekunle, I thank you. Very well done. Thank you so much. Let's continue. I'll be back later on. I'll give more updates as and when I get it. There's a lot more to say, but please, we need to work together. Time is short. Thank you for watching. You're watching Citizen AY, the platform where we speak truth to power. Mo kí gbogbo lé o, gbogbo ọmọ káàárọ̀ oòjíire. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́ ọ̀rọ̀ tá fi tó wà nínú kíní. Ọ̀rọ̀ pàtàkì tí mo fẹ́ kẹ́ mú dání kẹ́ fi sọ́wọ́ sí. Òun lọ̀rọ̀ ti Ìbàdàn, Lagos-Ìbàdàn Expressway. Gbogbo àwọn Fúlàní wọ́n wà nínú gbogbo yẹn lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ bá ṣe ń sọ̀rọ̀ báyìí o. Àwọn bàbá wọn mẹ́nu bà pé àwọn wà nínú gbogbo wa báyìí lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ báyìí. Ẹ fi tó gbogbo ọmọ káàárọ̀ oòjíire létí. Ẹni tó máa rìnrìn àjò kọ́ má gbàbẹ̀ yẹn o. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́ o. Ẹ má gbàbẹ̀ yẹn o. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́ ẹ jẹ́ ká tètè ètò bá ṣe máa léwọ́ kúrò nígbó yẹn ẹ̀hún gangan ni ká ṣe gbogbo alápapọ̀. Àwọn gómìnà wọn ṣe gbà táwọn gbọ́. Àwọn gómìnà wọn gbogbo Lagos-Ìbàdàn Expressway gbogbo yẹn pátápátá làwọn arábí wà tell me yẹn ẹ jọ àrùjù báyìí lọ àtúmọ̀rí yín bá sọ̀rọ̀ ó dìgbà kan náà ẹ ṣeun ó dàbọ̀. I greet you all. Thank you for watching. You're watching Citizen AY, the platform where we speak truth to power. Once again, don't forget, subscribe to Citizen AY on YouTube. Here we go. Subscribe to Citizen AY on YouTube, hit the notification button, and of course, give us a thumbs up. I'll be back later on for more updates. Thank you for watching. Please do share this very, very important broadcast. Make it go viral. You can save a life by doing so. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.